That may be the world's largest ice cube. The 4-ton hunk of frozen H2O comes from an actual iceberg. It was hauled all the way to the streets of Glasgow, Scotland, from Greenland by an organization called Arctic Basecamp. Glasgow is currently hosting the United Nations COP26 climate summit. World leaders are meeting in the hopes of reaching agreements to limit climate change, said sustainability professor Gail Whiteman.
Arctic Basecamp is in Glasgow at COP26 because we're trying to remind delegates that the Arctic is in crisis, and there's no better way of doing that than actually bringing a real Arctic Basecamp science tent and a real iceberg from Greenland.
The berg is already starting to melt, and that's kind of the point.
And what we're trying to say to them is that while they're inside trying to deal with economic realities or geopolitical tensions, this iceberg is out here melting away, just like all the other icebergs.
Icebergs may be having a moment.
I'm here to promote my album.
You have an album?
Yes, it's a hyperpop EDM new disco fantasia. It's called Music.
And we sometimes think of icebergs as causing disasters, like in Titanic.
Iceberg, right ahead!
But in this case, icebergs are the things in trouble. A recent report in Nature Communications says 3.5 trillion tons of Greenland's ice sheet melted in the past decade.
Why are you attacking me?
Professor Whiteman held up a bottle of iceberg water to make a point.
This is real Arctic glacier meltwater that we've brought to Glasgow at COP26 to give to delegates as a bottled warning. 17 million of these bottles are melting a second from the Greenland ice sheet. And if that doesn't wake up the delegates, nothing will.
This is Inside Edition Digital.